Hi, I'm Amy, thank you for tuning in. This is my first ever attempt at a library tour video. You might have noticed if you've been following me for a while that my room has gone through lots of changes recently, mainly thanks to IKEA and my husband who has built all the shelves. I wanted to change up my room for a little while. I've been trying to do a lot more TikTok and Instagram recording and trying to kind of change up my background to my YouTube videos, and I just wasn't really feeling how the room looked before. I'm really happy with how it is now, but I thought it'd be interesting to show you what my bookshelves looked like before, because I have a video actually that I never posted of a previous bookshelf tour. So later in the year I'll show you what my new shelves are like, and I'll talk to you in depth about how I've set up the books, the other props I've used and things like that. So if you'd like to join me now on my first ever bookshelf tour of how my room used to look, the room that you're about to see is the room where I wrote the first Mina book and the second Mina book, so it does hold lots of nice memories for me, and there were things I really liked about this setup, but I hope you'll agree that my new setup, when you see it in future videos, is loads better. Hi, I'm Amy, thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a different kind of video for me because I've decided finally to reinvent the room where you normally see me recording my videos. What you probably haven't realised is that there was only ever one tidy wall, maybe two tidy walls if I'm lucky in that room. The floor has been a disaster for years, and the shelves that you can't see are absolutely crammed with books. So I've decided to get some new shelves. Thank you to the people on social media who recommended some IKEA shelves to me. I did go for the white ones. So I'll talk you through what I've got on the shelves behind me, which is what will be going onto the new shelves. So first we've got, this is sort of my TBR pile of things that I'll be thinking about reading in the near future. And then you might have seen on some of my social media, I do sometimes share this point horror shelf when it's tidy. This is a chunk of my current working notebooks, and then I've got a stack up here of things that I want to read in the fairly near future as well. This shelf has always been a bit of a mixture, which you probably can't see me now, but you can hear me talking about the shelf hopefully. On the top is a stack of short story books that I'm planning to shelve on the new space. I've also got my graphic novel collection, a kind of miscellaneous collection of some graphic novels, comics, some books that I've got for English heritage locations and things like that. And then you've got a few non-fiction titles and books about writing and a few audiobooks right at the bottom. So all of these are in a big jumble, and hopefully they'll be nice and tidy when they're on my new shelves. So this is the desk where I've written quite a lot of my stories, and when it's been tidy enough I'll give you a sneak peek inside. It's a slight disaster. This part is clear enough to write, and then this is the absolute jumble of mess. I've crammed into it ready to move it. So these things are on top of the desk and kind of on shelves around it, but I've just packed everything in here ready to go to its new home. And I've decided that I'm going to move it into this space in front of the window, so that I can have some more natural light when I'm writing, and hopefully I can get the desk looking really nice and put a display of things rather than just the junk that was on it before. This is the view that you'd normally get when I'm filming. So you've got the YA shelf, which is covered with pop figures and things like that, a glass cabinet that's got signed books in it, and then my Buffy shelves, Nightmare Before Christmas shelf, and then I've started to put together my Stephen King collections and some other collections of books that I've started together over the past few months. This is the view that you normally get from my YouTube videos and things that I do on TikTok. We've got my very messy YA shelf. Normally it's visible to about here, so I just tidy up the clutter for videos and things like that. The two shelves on either side of it are cabinets of signed books, which also need a massive sort, and they're not in any kind of order. Then you've got the shelf behind me is part of my Buffy collection. The rest of it is in the loft at the minute, but I will be moving it down as soon as I've got some more shelf space. Nightmare Before Christmas and some miscellaneous spooky items. And then I've started organising these shelves already with some of the book collections I've been buying recently. So first we've got the Mortal Instruments series, which I can't fit on the shelf the way it's set out currently. The Morganville Vampires, the True Blood or Sookie Stackhouse books, the Night Huntress books by Laurel K. Hamilton, and I've started collecting the Ultimate Storyteller editions of the Stephen King books, and next to those are some of my favourite YA books, the Red Eye series, which are really fun YA horrors. This shelf is a miscellaneous collection of books. As you can probably see if you can read any of the titles, it's just a complete mixture of things that I couldn't fit on any other shelf. Until recently, a lot of these books were piled up on my floor, so I started the organisation process just by getting everything up on a shelf out of the way so I can do some organising. So we've got some horrors, some graphic novels, some non-fiction, some baby books, like absolutely everything. And so this shelf, as you can really see at the top, is my Buffy library and Spike trading card binders. I had to get two because the second one was on such a good deal. And the next shelf is a complete mess, but this is my vampire shelf, which is in desperate need of sorting. Next, I've got a shelf that you maybe wouldn't expect. It's got some books on that don't belong, but it's mainly books about westerns and about the American West, because it's something I studied when I was younger and I've always been really interested in. So you've got some Jonah Hex graphic novels, some Deadwood books, and then some non-fiction books as well about the American West. And then the next shelf is just books that are too big to fit anywhere else, so things like computer game guides, some Buffy books and things like that. So I'm going to share the journey with you of putting the new shelves in on this wall behind me, on this wall, and I'm going to show you the process of taking all the old stuff out, putting the new stuff in and trying to get it in some kind of order.